The question will require us to present the supply budget in a table. Let me open. This is the format of the table that we are required to present the supply budget. So let us go straight to the question. This is the question. You can see it. The question is an example, and the example goes thus. Toye Limited is a small firm specialized in the production of plantain chips sold in sachet of 90 grams from a raw material, plantain. The name of the raw material is plantain. The actual consumption of plantain is presented in the table below. Plantain here is the raw material. We have the table there. The first row is named months, and the months runs from January to December. Then you also see the consumption. The consumptions are there, January 500 right up to December. Then the total consumption for the annual bunches. The opening stock on the 1st of 1st, N is this current year that we are in, is 600 bunches. Delivery is made on the first day of the month. This should be taken note. And the purchase price of each bunch of plantain is 300 francs. It costs the company 1,700 francs CFA to process each order. The annual storage cost is 1%, and the storage cost is always a percentage of the average stock, the value of the average stock. So work required, we go down and see work required. The work required is present the supply budget as work required, and there are two work required there. One is present the supply budget following a constant quantity with irregular period, and the second one is constant period with irregular quantity. For this question, we assume that the economic order quantity has already been calculated, because the essence of this video is just to fill the supply budget table. So this is the economic order quantity. You say after calculation, economic order quantity is equal to 3,400 bunches, and the economic order number is given by total consumption divided by economic order quantity, which is 3 orders. So they are going to place only 3 orders in a year. So let us move straight to the table for filling. So this is the table. This column is a column that we have included, which shows December last year. This is because some information will be entered there. December year end -1, which is last year. So we are going to start with the closing stock of last year. The closing stock of last year is the final stock, which is the opening stock of this year, January. So we come back to the question. We were told that opening stock on the 1st of 1st N is 600 bunches. This 600 bunches is the closing stock of last year, December month. So we are going to put here 600. Good. The next thing that we need to calculate is the need. Now the need is given by consumption for the month plus security stock of the month. So we need consumption and the security stock. So let us go straight and take the consumption from the table in the question. Since we are working with Excel, you click there, you take, no, we are in the wrong place. Start from January, enter, equal to sign. We go to the question, we select January, and you hit enter. It copies it there, and we copy it right to, okay, Now that we have our consumptions, let us go ahead and calculate our security stocks. Security stocks is given in the question as security stock is equal to 14 days consumption. So we are going to security stock in December n-1 will be 14 days consumption of the January. 14 days consumption of January, and consumption in January is 500. So we have to enter. We go back. So we have to enter a formula here that is going to automatically calculate our security stock for all the other months. So it's 14 days. So let's input a formula. They call this. Then the consumption for January divided by 30, and this 30 is because we are looking for a consumption for 1 day, so that we are going to multiply it by 14. And I've input the 30 here so that I take a cell and reference it so that it does not change. Divided by 30, you hit F4, then you close the bracket, then you can now multiply it by 14, and the 14 is also here. You hit F4 so that it does not change when we are copying the formula. So that is it. So we take it, we copy it right through to the right. Good. That is it. You discover that this is 0 here because there is no consumption for this period. So we can now determine our need. We said needs is equal to consumption for the month plus security stock for the month. So need in January will be 500 plus 256. Press enter, then you can still copy this formula to the right. It's going to give us all the needs. Perfect. That's it. So now the initial stock in January will be the closing stock in February last year. So we are going to take the closing stock here is the opening stock in January. Whenever the initial stock is less than the need, we receive replenishment, because our need, the stock that we need is 756, but the initial stock is the only stock that we have, which is 600, and it's less than what we need. So we need to receive stock, and the quantity of stock that we have to receive is the economic order quantity, which is it here that we earlier calculated. This is 3,400 units, so we are going to receive it 3,400. Each time we are to receive stock is the economic order quantity. So our total stock now is equal to initial stock plus delivery, which is equal to 4,000 units. Now our closing stock is equal to total stock minus consumption. So our closing stock is 3,500, and the closing stock in January will still be the opening stock in February. Good. I hope you are understanding. So now let's check our initial stock and the need. Our initial stock is greater than the need, so we need no replenishment. So our total stock will be equal to initial stock plus 0 replenishment, which remains the same. Then our closing stock is equal to total stock minus consumption, which is equal to that. Then our opening stock here is equal to closing stock in February. Then our initial stock is still greater than the need, so we need no replenishment. So our total stock will still be equal to initial stock plus 0 will be equal to 2,951. So when we subtract our our consumption from that, we'll be having a closing stock of this minus this is equal to that 2,088 unit. So it will still be our opening stock in April. So our opening stock in April, let's compare again the initial stock with the need. Need is still less than the initial stock, so zero replenishment. So our total stock will still be the initial stock plus zero replenishment. So we have 2,088. Our final stock here will be total stock minus consumption, which is equal to 1,331. So our opening stock in May will be 1,331. If you look at it, 1,331 is still greater than need, so zero replenishment. Our total stock will still be equal to our initial stock plus zero replenishment, which is equal to that. And if we minus consumption from there, we'll be having a final stock of this minus consumption. Good. Initial stock in June will be equal to 561, which is now less than the need. What we need in June is 1,323, but the only stock at hand, which is the initial stock, is only 560. So the initial stock is less than what we need, so we'll not be able to produce if we don't receive replenishment. So we need more stock, and the quantity of stock to receive is the economic order quantity, which is 3,400. So our total stock in hand now after replenishment will be this plus 3,400, which is equal to that. Then the final stock will be total stock minus consumption of June, equal that 3,029. Opening stock in July equal to 3,029. Then we compare. Initial stock is greater than need, no replenishment, zero replenishment. Total stock is equal to opening stock plus zero replenishment, is equal to that. Final stock is equal to this minus consumption, is equal to that. And the opening stock in August is equal to 2191. Good. Which is greater than initial stock in August is greater than the need, so no replenishment, zero. So our total stock is equal to initial stock plus replenishment, which is zero. So we subtract consumption from total stock to have our final stock in August, 1801. Initial stock in September is equal to closing stock in August. That is it. If you look at it now, you see the need is greater than the initial stock, so we receive replenishment, which is the economic order quantity, 3,400. So total stock equal initial stock plus replenishment, which is equal to that. So final stock equal total stock minus consumption is equal to that. And our initial stock in October is equal to the closing stock of September, equal to. So now initial stock is greater than the need, so zero replenishment. Take zero, and the total stock is given by initial stock plus replenishment, which is equal to that. So our final stock in October will be equal to consumption for total stock minus consumption for October. So we have our final stock 2,680. So it will be same as the opening stock in November. So we click there, take enter. Since the initial stock is still greater than the need, we will not receive any replenishment. So our total stock will still remain the same amount. So with that plus 0 replenishment, we still have the same. So our final stock will be equal to total stock minus consumption, which is equal to 1,700 and that. So our opening stock in December will be equal to the closing stock of November, which is equal to that, and it's still greater than the need, so there will be no replenishment. So the total stock will be equal to initial stock plus 0 replenishment equal that. Then our closing stock will be equal to total stock minus consumption for the month, which is equal to 600. You discover that this is the 600 that we start with. I think it is the policy of the company to always keep at the end of the year 600 units as closing stock that will be used in it. Let us put it here. That is it. Okay guys, let me go back. I know when I calculated this security stock, so many of you did not understand how I did it. What I did was that I took the consumption of the next month. Like here, I took the consumption in December. The security stock of December is 14 days consumption of January. So this is January. I took 14 days consumption by taking January divided by 30 times 14 to have 14 days consumption. Here I did same. I took 5,549 divided by 30 times 14 days. So you always take the consumption of the next month divided by 30 times 14 days for the month before. So that's how I did the calculation. Like here if you look at it, here is 757. That's consumption for the next month divided by 30 times 14. Let me do it here and you see, so that you see it will be equal to this. You see it will be this divided by 30 times 14 days. If you see, it's going to give us that, but we rounded it up. That's why you are seeing 353, because we have rounded. You know that 2 is rounded down to 0, so that's what we have done. So I want you to understand that that's how we have calculated it. So let us proceed. Now that we have been able to fill the table, we are now going to go and determine the date of delivery and date of ordering date and delivery date. So let us go back to the question. We are told that delivery is made on the first day of the month. Delivery is made on the first day. It means that we are receiving, each time we need to receive delivery, we receive it on the first day of the month. So we are going to do that when we go back to the table. Then here we are told that the delay time for delivery is 15 days. It means that delivery makes only 15 days from the day of order. When you order goods, they will make 15 days and they deliver it to you. So we'll use those information to fill those days. So our first day, right now we are going to input the ordering date and the delivery date. So we receive our first receipt is here. So we are told that delivery is done on the first. Here we say 01/01/n. N is the current year. So when is the date of order? When did we order this good? We are told that from the ordering date to the delivery date is only 15 days. It's only 15. So to the first day it will be 16. So we are going to take 16/12 because it's in the last year, /12, n-1, n-1. Yeah, that's the date. That's the date. So the second time we receive order is here. So it is on 01 that we receive. Which month? It is in June. It is in June, and the year is N. So if we receive from there, it therefore means that we made the order in May, and it will be on the 16/05/N. And yeah, that is it. So the next receipt was this date. It will be on the 01st. It's in September. 09. Let me go back. /09//N. So when did we place the order? We placed the order here. It was on the 16. The 16/08/N. So as you see, I think this is the end of the table. This is it. After this, the next question that they would have asked you was to graph this, and we'll surely make some videos on graphing. So thank you very much. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe so that, and share the video. Click the notification bell so that each time we upload a video you will be notified. Thanks very much.